Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever it happens to be for you. My name is Chris, and welcome to the first Summer Passport 2022 Take and Make activity. So what we've created is this Zoetrope, a historical little bit of animation where you can see I've drawn some pictures on the inside of this wheel. And what happens is if you spin it and put it at just the right angle, you can see a little animation take place, which is pretty cool. I made a little ghost popping out of a tombstone, because it's never too early for the spooky season. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to make your very own zoetrope with your Take and Make kit. So let's take a look at what's inside your bags. All right, so here's the contents of the bag. We're going to go ahead and pop it open. You should have a nice instructional sheet with all the supplies labeled on it. We have provided you with a couple of templates, 2 of them, so you can make 2 different animations if you like, as well as a blank CD, a chopstick. I wonder if I can do that cool finger trick. Nope. And 2 washers. We didn't purchase enough washers, so we actually used our laser cutter to cut out the cardboard one along with the metal one. And the other supplies that you're going to need are some tape. Whoop. You're going to need some markers. I just grabbed a Sharpie. And some scissors to cut out our templates. Step 1 is going to be cutting out the templates from your paper. So let's go ahead and fast forward through that because it can be a little bit boring. The second step is going to be folding our paper along the dotted lines. All right, so I'm going to take one over here, fold it in half. I did a very bad job. The next step is cutting out each of these white rectangles along that dotted line for each of the pieces. Now we're going to take some tape and fold up our pieces, because right now they open kind of like a little book, and we want to make sure that they are nice and locked off. So we're going to put tape along both edges to close them. Now you're ready to draw your animation. Now the trick is to draw one piece of your animation right underneath each of those open slots. So you can see with my example that I, put one step of the tombstone. On the next one, the ghost is coming out a little bit bigger. Coming out. Ooh, it's spooky. He's got his little spooky arms. And then it's getting smaller and smaller and going back into this little tombstone. Now, the simpler, the better is what we have learned. So for the purpose of this example, I'm just going to make a ball bouncing. So it's just going to kind of go up and down, up and down. Feel free to make whatever you'd like, but remember, we're thinking about it as like stop motion animation. So if I wanted to draw someone waving, I would draw the hand here, and the next one, the hand would be moved, and then the hand would move a little more, hand would move, and then another one drawn, hand, hand, hand. We want it in small incremental steps. That's going to give us the best illusion of movement. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my ball bouncing up and down. All right, so we got our ball, and it's going to go whoop, and then it's going to smush. And hopefully if we do it right as we spin, it'll look like it's constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now we need to add our two strips together. We're going to get some more of our tape. We're going to make it so it makes one single loop. Make sure that your drawing is on the inside of the circle. We don't want it to go like this because we're going to be viewing our animation through these spinning slits. So we want whatever you drew to be located on the inside. I'm going to tape it like this. So, if you did everything right, you should have a lovely little crown. As my first decree, I say that all animations must have something funny about them, something silly. The next step is going to be attaching our crown onto our CD. So we're going to line it up so it's sitting right along the edge and just tape it. When in doubt, tape it out. It's all right if it's not perfectly around the edges. What matters most is that we've got that rotation and we'll be able to see our drawing through those slats. Now what we're going to do is take our cardboard washer and we're going to push it down onto the washer until it gets nice and snug, nice and tight. We're going to place our CD right on top of that, and then we're going to take our second metal washer and we're going to essentially sandwich it in between our cardboard washer and the CD. And we want to sort of move it so that we get a nice, tight fit. If we did everything right, we should be able to give our Zoetrope a spin. You'll want to look down on it at like a 45-degree angle so that the slits are in between your eyes and the drawing. And if you give it a little bit of a spin, you should see your animation. Yeah, it's going up and down. And that's the basics of animation. A long time ago, people would just draw their characters frame by frame, one at a time, and they'd line them up and essentially flip through them like a flip book to make it look like their characters or their drawings were moving. So, congratulations, you just made a piece of animation history. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. We've got plenty more planned this summer for Do Space in Motion. Our Summer Passport program is full of drop-in classes and evening classes for you to enjoy, as well as coming in and checking out some of our tech kits. We have a lot going on, so make sure that you swing in this summer. Take care.